Hello everyone. Use the next several weeks and talk to your loved ones about your wishes and plans for the future. More specifically, talk about what do you see happening if you become unable to make decisions or when you die. And this applies to everyone. It doesn't matter if you're young or old, if you're rich or poor, or if you're healthy or not. This really applies to everyone. You never know what's going to happen. This might be a good opportunity for you to talk, to throw out there a few of your thoughts, wishes, and plans. So today I'm going to talk about 4 things to address. There are several others and some of them kind of blend together. You may come up with a few others, with a few other topics that are important to you. But for now, I'm just going to talk about 4 topics that you should address or you should consider talking about. Maybe not during Thanksgiving dinner exactly, but maybe as you're prepping, as you're visiting, as you are having dessert, or something comes up, someone mentions something, and then that brings up one of these subjects. Number 1, we have medical wishes and medical providers. Number 2, we have people in charge. Number 3, we have assets. And number 4, personal property. So let's start with number 1, medical wishes. Talk to your loved ones about medical wishes, more so if you have a condition running in the family, or if you've been to the doctor recently and they say you may have this, you may have that, or if you have experienced something and you feel very strongly about, hey, don't take me to that hospital. Hey, have you heard about this doctor? He's amazing, she's amazing. I would love if something happens to go there. Slowly introduce those medical wishes as people are telling their stories. You talk about a movie, read an article, put some thoughts in there. Ideally, you have something in writing that designates a person who would be the one making medical decisions for you, such as a power of attorney, an advance directive. But if you don't, at least your family knows, have some idea about what do you see happening. Number 2, people in charge. Who would be in charge if something happens to you? If you have 3 children, which one of the 3? If you have 2, which one? If you only have 1, but let's say that one lives out of state, is there a local person they should contact? Hey, if this happens, be sure to talk to my best friend, my neighbor. Do they know each other? Do they have contact information for each other? This may be a good time to introduce them, to say, hey, by the way, this is the contact information. This is who you should call if you have any questions and you cannot reach me. Again, ideally you have something in writing, you have some power of attorneys in place, but if you don't, just talking about things can prevent conflict in the family, especially if something were to happen to you and there are 5 people who would be interested in being the people in charge. Sometimes people do that for the wrong reasons, or because they think the world expects them to, such as a guardian for your minor kids. That's an important one. If you don't have anything in writing, at least talk to your family, especially if the people you think that you would want in charge are not your immediate family. Number 3, assets. I'm not saying sit down and say, okay, this is how much money I have, these are my bank accounts, life insurance, retirement, but come up with a safe way where they have an idea about what you have, and make sure those assets are set up that way. Make sure they have beneficiaries designations. Make sure you give people signatory powers if that's what works for you. Joint tenancy is not a good idea. Watch our other educational videos on that. But have an idea, have a folder, bring up in conversation if you want to, if you're comfortable, if it's safe to do so. Hey, by the way, in the safe, there's a list of assets. Hey, I have this death book that I bought off the internet. It has some information in there. Whatever works for you and your family. It is really hard to locate those assets once the person becomes incapacitated or after they passed. Who are you going to call? If you have a CPA, a tax person, a financial advisor, an attorney, this would be a good time to introduce them to your loved ones, or maybe say, hey, by the way, here are their business cards. Make it easy on yourself and on your loved ones. Number 4, personal property. Christmas and holiday season is the perfect time to start giving some things away. If you have family heirlooms or just personal property, jewelry, guns, collections, this would be a good time If you know you're not going to use them anymore, you're not going to enjoy them anymore, you're not going to sell them either, this would be a good time to start giving some things away. It'll make you feel good to declutter. It'll make them feel good receiving it. You may be surprised when they say, no, Mom, I don't want your china, or, ooh, Grandma, I don't want that, but can I have this other thing? Whatever you're comfortable doing, this may be a good time to do it, especially if there is potential for conflict. I know some things, either because of their monetary value or because of their sentimental value, can cause, and usually often causes, conflict later on when the person passes. What a great way to prevent that, by giving things away now, or at least by talking about it. Hey, I thought about it and I decided that when I die, my wedding band is going to go to this person, or this necklace is going to go to this person. In conclusion, I hope this video helped. Ideally, you have an estate plan in place, you have power of attorneys, you have a will, a trust, whatever is applicable to your family. When it's in writing, it makes it easier on your family because they don't have to go through the court system. But if you're not ready to sit down and put something in writing for now, at least you can just talk, plan, prepare, make lists of wishes, of assets, of things that you see happening. Drop hints in conversations, medical wishes, medical providers, people in charge, to prevent and to help your family, to prevent conflict and to help your family get along if something happens, and for them to be better prepared. Thank you for watching and have a happy Thanksgiving. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll have videos posted later on towards Christmas about more topics, or talking about some of these subjects in more detail. Thank you for watching and have a great day.